Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, I think we have a very interesting episode, mostly because we're talking about all of the crypto space. Take a look at this article right here. Good buying opportunity for Bitcoin. Analyst reveals a long-term plan you can follow. That's just the introduction. We have a couple of very interesting articles coming up here as well. War proof. Bitcoin still faces immense competition from gold. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz is bullish on Bitcoin because it cannot be controlled. And kind of to conclude everything together, $4.4 million in Bitcoin has been donated to Ukrainian, yada, yada, yada. All right. So that's a little introduction of what we got. We got a couple of articles in here. 100K prediction for Bitcoin and a couple of Ripple news ones. So just stick around here. Enjoy the show as we have a lot of cool stuff coming. So first of all, guys, let's take a little bit of a look at the price. As I stated earlier, the stock market is doing well, and Bitcoin and the entire crypto market had a pretty nice rebound, most likely because of it. The entire stock market has just been moving up and up and up the entire freaking day. And I honestly believe that's the bigger push. You might say it's otherwise, but I honestly think that's a very big part of it. Now, we've also seen conclusions and articles about why gold has been doing better in the time of turmoil right now. I would like to say two things. One, Bitcoin is actually better than gold in most ways. And then we kind of go up in point number two, except for history. So Bitcoin, of course, is a lot younger than gold is. And so a lot of these guys in the same way, if you're a watch guy, you'd probably know Rolexes, Patek Philippe, they've been very known brands for a very long time. And Audemars Piguet, which is, for example, a very reliable, I would say, or a very well-known and good brand for a long time now. It's still a lot younger and people trust less that the value will stay the same for longer periods of time. Same thing for Richard Mille. And to kind of trace it back to cryptocurrencies as well, gold, people have known that for so many years, gold has just been stable, basically. This Bitcoin is the new kid on the block. It's a lot harder to basically trust in it when there's an entire freaking meltdown, specifically when some people start thinking, what if the internet malfunctions? What if this? What if that? A lot of these doom scenarios have not been tested fully just quite yet, and gold has such a long history, it just feels nicer. Then again, to relate the story back, it kind of, Bitcoin, right, is a little bit more war-proof even than gold because, well, take a look at it right now. Let's say you want to quickly send some money to the other side of the world. It's going to be a lot harder to, go grab your gold in your little wheelbarrow, right, and start rolling, I don't know, 50,000 kilometers to, I don't know, you guys know what I mean. Just start rolling all your freaking gold to the other side of the world. Good luck, my friend. Put it all on a boat and send it through. You might say, yeah, but, well, you can actually do digital backed gold. Yeah, you could. But then again, you're talking about things that are backed and you have to trust a certain entity and whatnot. Here's just person to person. You send the money to the other side, trustless. You know they're going to get it. And you know that you basically sent the money. You know it's there. There's nobody to trust in that sense, right? It's completely trustless. And remember, two things. One is right now there's sanctions for a lot of people. Let's not dive too deep into that one. But again, that would have been prevented, which is good and bad because there's less control, again, to sanction as well. But also, and that's, again, one important thing that I would like to state, you can't be sanctioned to not send anything that you'd want to. Let's say, for example, that you wanted to send your gold, but there's a problem somewhere with crypto. It's like, well, even if you don't want me to send some, I'm going to send it to you. And that's, again, where the situation in Canada got so scary. Because I can't understand as well, if they don't want you to send your money somewhere, you can still do it. That's kind of scary for a government. As we saw in Canada right now, a lot of the freedom was kind of taken away or being thought to take away, which is, as far as I believe, primarily based upon the idea that, again, this is just my thoughts, though. There was crowdfundings, and if you participated in that, you were basically suspicious. Yeah, in this case here with crypto, even if they block your bank account, you can't block your Bitcoin account, which I guess is good, huh? It coincides with the entire story here, though, right? A lot of U.S. senators or senators around the world, and these people know you should be bullish on this cryptocurrency technology, or you should stick with it because you can't deny it. U.S. Senator Ted Cruz bullish on Bitcoin because it can't be controlled. It is what it is, though, guys. It is what it is. You cannot control it. There's absolutely no way. You can always try to sanction it as a country with thoughts and whatnot, but you can't really block it. Countries I think have tried it before. We've seen in China right now, they can try to block it, but the underlying power will always be there. And there will always be one guy in his bedroom trying to mine it, There will always be a way. There will always be a way. Bitcoin can never die again. All they can do is devalue it or come in with the crazy quantum computers and try to destroy the network or something along those lines. But generally speaking, it will stay around and they will find a fix for almost any scenario which you can think of. So what is the price target? 100K is still a low estimate. The only thing is when, right? A lot of people are saying, no, it's going to take another year or two before the cycles align again because we follow the halving cycles. There's definitely something to be said about that. I'm not going to speculate too much except for saying I do expect cryptos to just keep moving upwards. XRP, for example, I keep saying and I keep shouting it. It's always a good opportunity, mostly because it's based on the lawsuit and not so much on a lot of these hyper-political factors. But it'll still move along with them. So if Bitcoin goes down because of political factors or anything else, XP will move that same way. But I think it's even a better opportunity to buy XP than others. Then again, Bitcoin as well. Generally speaking, the price will keep going up. It's just going in phases or in, like this, like cycles, I should say. It will continue to do it like that. Can we say that there's a good opportunity to buy or sell right now? No. We can definitely go lower, but we can also turn around and start pumping like crazy. People should, in my own opinion, value Bitcoin for how good it is, specifically in scenarios like this, and people aren't doing that yet. Then again, I can also understand the fear of just wanting to get your money in cash in your hands right now, like this. But that is actually kind of counterintuitive because people want the cash right now or people want the assets and things that are quote-unquote safe. But what exactly is safe? Euros, dollars? Again, guys, this is not financial advice, but think about it. Euros, dollars will go down with crazy inflation. I don't want to call out too many examples, but if you look back about 100 years ago, Deutsche Mark didn't do so well, because it basically became completely worthless, specifically in war times. So what exactly should you then have? Watches? Yeah, but such goods are nice, but they'll always be for a higher audience, basically. A lot of these normal folk, they don't want to buy your freaking watch when you're looking for food, if that's ever push coming to shove. I'm just talking about some stuff here. So what exactly then can you hold? And that becomes difficult. People come back to gold, right? A lot of them do, because it's like a commodity that you can always kind of base on. And Bitcoin, I think, would be the second. However, it's, again, newer to the game, the newer kid on the block, so they're a little bit more scared to go for it. But I think that would be one of the things we're going to go for. But right now, again, they're just a little bit scared. They're trying to go for other stuff. But eventually they'll notice nothing really is as safe as this stuff from the perspective that it cannot really be controlled, not really be manipulated in the way that a lot of other things can, like the stocks. And you got to remember that a lot of people benefit from whatever is going on right now. Again, I don't want to make too many words foul on this, but so a couple of theories we can put out there have to do with the fact that many people profit from whatever stuff is going on. And I think that's just, I think I can easily say that without sounding too crazy, that a lot of people benefit from whatever scenario we can think of right now that's going on in the world, regardless of the way you view it. And so to assume with a pretty high probability that Bitcoin is not going to be destroyed because of all this, I think is pretty fine to take. So again, I'm just sticking with it, not really doing too much, not really selling too much, just buying my way down. I just keep buying every single time I feel like it. Again, I always keep money on the side to buy a bigger dip if it comes around. I wouldn't recommend, but again, this is just my opinion. Again, a recommendation is just purely based upon my own perspective and opinion, to throw all your eggs at this one just quite yet, just to prepare for an even lower dip. But I'm sitting comfortably here with the crypto I have. So if we do surge, I'm also pretty good. Ripple scores another win. Ethereum staking yields could be doubled. Cardano tops in adjusted volume transactions. Things are generally speaking on chain, doing pretty good. Price is going down, yeah, but generally speaking, the entire market has been moving pretty juicy. So a couple of, parts here. Ethereum staking yields to be multiplied by 2 after merge with the Beacon chain. That's going to be pretty juicy. Cardano tops in adjusted volume of transactions despite price tumbling 18%. 3.5 million Matic, 100,000 Link bought by whales as these tokens enter the list of most wanted crypto. I talked to you guys before about right now having to really go for your little wanted list. Make a list of 10 crypto that you really want to accumulate and start doing that, because these prices are a lot lower than what we've seen the last year and a half or so. So I'd rather just stack up right now than before. And what I usually do, guys, is I write down, for example, okay, this is just an example, right? Just an example. I want to have, let's say, I should throw a number out there. I want to have 10 Bitcoin, 10,000 XRP, and 100 ETH, for example. Or maybe you're a big whale, you want to have 1,000 Bitcoin, 10 million XRP, and 1,000 ETH. Pick some numbers, write them down in a little list. That's what I like to do. And kind of work your way towards that. Kind of stupid maybe, but I like to go for those round numbers as well. Like you want to have a certain amount of Bitcoin, a certain amount of XP, a certain amount of ETH, a certain amount of that. And I don't go for just one. I go for a whole list of crypto. Because that's just more satisfying to me, safer as well. Even though I think XP is going to be one of the best performers, I definitely recommend anybody to just grab multiple because, hey, diversification is always the key and always best. Even though it might mess your gains up a little bit, the same thing applied for my hedge, which I described to you guys. But anybody who listened to me with a short position is right now just doing a little victory lap in their homes, So, having said that, I was actually talking about Coinbase that should relist XRP. I talk about that a lot. There's a guy who actually said that Taco Stand wallet is still selling. Honestly, if you don't think Ripple is going to win this lawsuit based upon a couple of facts, like the fact that Jed McCallum, one of the co-founders, stopped selling for a long while and started back up, and the fact that Ripple's still selling all that stuff, I don't think the SEC has any good chance to actually win this. And I keep talking about this. Most of the news that's coming out right now is also so positive for Ripple. I think it's like an open and shut case. Closed and shut case. Whatever. But I'm excited for it all. Guys, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Adios amigos. Make sure you subscribe and check out my socials, Instagram and Twitter.